okay, if the monsters or whatever, right? These creatures, these fucking rage monsters that are attacking you, right? Were in real life, right? And they were fucking coming after you, right? And you had to run into a supermarket and fucking
tell everybody what's
everyone,
happening?
right? What are you gonna tell them?
Zombies.
You're not gonna say there's rage monsters.
Well, there's
coming up.
a rage monster chasing me.
No, you're like fucking zombies. We have to run.
We in
Oh shit.
the land of Zambambles. Because we're doing Zombieland. Hence, the land of Zambambles. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Chris and Kyle show. I almost didn't get that out. That was weird. We are doing, like I said, spoilers for Zombieland. The first one, in honor of Zombieland Double Tap coming out in a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it for the first time ever last week.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Rewatched it today.
Yeah?
This is the second time that I've seen it.
Okay.
I remember really liking it the first time that I saw it.
So, for those who don't know, Zombieland is a movie directed by Ruben. Is it Fleischer or Fleischer? Is the guy who made Venom, right?
Fleischer.
Yeah, he's the dude who directed Venom. And Gangster Squad and some other stuff. Yeah. Starring Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, Woody Harrelson, Abigail Breslin, and notably, Bill fucking Murray.
Bill Murray.
It's about these four people that are trying to survive in a zombie apocalypse, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But it isn't your normal zombie flick. It's much funnier. It's got like its action's a little bit different than your normal zombie flick, I feel like.
Yeah.
In a way. It's more like surreal in a way, kind of. Like it's goofy. It's
comical.
Goofy. Yeah, it's goofy violence.
Yeah.
Like Woody Harrelson's character is like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
Yeah. I mean, it's a comedy zombie flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, like, I don't watch a lot of zombie stuff.
No.
I'm not like zombies don't really scare me that. Like, I don't find the idea. Obviously, if there were real zombies, it'd be scary. But like
Right.
in film, I'm not like, oh, scary zombies.
That doesn't freak you out?
no. It just like, especially a lot of times because they just seem fucking stupid.
What movies do you find scary? Do you think Jaws is scary?
Yeah, for sure. Jaws is definitely scary. But I haven't really seen. I think I saw Jaws maybe once.
Yeah.
But that idea freaks me out. Obviously, giant shark in the ocean. Fuck
Like, I'm
that.
wondering if you would actually be scared
But
by
like,
Jaws or if you're just scared
but
by
like
the idea of Jaws.
the Meg. Like, I'm not afraid of the Meg. Just the idea is like, if I had a dream like the Meg, I would wake up sweating.
Well, that's
but
what
if
I'm
I
saying.
watched the Meg, I'd be fine.
Have you watched a horror movie that's legitimately scared you?
Yeah, I definitely have. Just can't think of it right now. I mean, so Midsummer's weird because Midsummer freaks me out, but it's not a horror movie. I'm trying to think of like, what are some horror movies that I even recently, I don't watch that many is the problem.
Mm-hmm. True. Maybe that's your problem, dude. You've just never blown your load. To
No,
a
I've
horror movie yet.
definitely watched when I was younger, I think I saw like Saw or something in the movie theater and I was like, this is gross. But I don't know if wait, what's the one where
The Ring?
The Grudge.
Grudge.
I think
Okay.
I saw Grudge when I was young and it freaked me out.
They're both pretty similar.
Yeah.
Both.
So yeah, I
little
think
kids,
that one's scary. Anything with kids will scare
very
me.
wet.
You know what?
Very wet.
You
little
just said
pale little
okay. So
kids
you
and
just
it's
said
based by Japanese
you
movies?
just said kids, right?
Uh-huh.
I used to watch Lost with my parents, and I stopped watching Lost with my parents because there was we must have been elementary school or middle school when Lost was on. There was an episode of Lost where there was a spooky kid who didn't say anything, and he was just like spooky, and I never watched Lost again. I stopped watching it. It scared me so much.
Spooky kids get you.
Kids, especially like if they don't talk.
Right.
And it's like the more almost less horrored up they are, the more they scare me. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like if you do like a little girl is a classic, like in fucking
In Grudge?
Kubrick's movie.
Oh, Shining.
Yeah, in The Shining, there's the two little girls or whatever.
Right.
They're just like normal girls, and that's freaky.
Yeah.
But if you like some horror movies, they like make them look gross and scary, and that actually scares me less.
Gotcha.
Because it looks unreal.
Uh-huh.
Like if something looks real but is spooky, like that'll freak me out. So like little kids when they're normal looking but they're being creepy, that scares me.
Do they have to be like ill-intentioned? Like
no, because
have to be
honestly,
evil?
like I don't think that kid in that Lost episode was ill-intentioned.
he was just freaky?
He just scared me. There was scary music and he was creepy and he never said anything. Yeah, I don't remember Lost super well, and I obviously never finished it because I stopped watching because that kid scared me. But
Dude, just kids scare you? Is it?
no, what do you mean? Do kids
like,
scare me?
like
I had a bunch of
Daddy's
siblings.
Daycare? Does that movie?
No,
scare
that movie's
you?
great. I love that movie. Kid thinks he's Flash.
You're like, however normal the kid is, it terrifies me.
Anyway, weird tangent. Zombies don't really scare me.
Okay, Zombieland, but Zombieland's not that kind of movie.
Zombieland is not a horror movie.
It's not trying to scare you.
It's not trying to scare you at all. I don't even know if there's any jump scares in Zombieland.
Yeah, there's some jump scares.
Are there?
Yeah, there's scary shit. I mean, it has zombies in it, so like,
Yeah,
it
but
scares
they're
you a little
like
bit.
kind of silly. The zombies, like we even recognize a few of them.
Yeah,
Like in comics, like Ned Schneebly comes back as a zombie.
Ned Schneebly.
There's a dude. The scene where Emma Stone and Abigail Breslin steal from the gas station guy, that's Ned Schneebly
Okay.
from School of Rock.
Okay.
He's Jack Black's roommate. His name is Ned Schneebly. And I don't
Is
know that
the
actor's
real guy's name? Oh,
No, the character's name in School of Rock.
That's how many
is
times you've seen School of Rock?
Dude, I fucking love School of Rock.
Yeah.
Love it.
I think I might have seen it once.
Kick some ass.
We're doing a lot of not actually talking about
Yeah, who
Zombieland.
cares? Fucking, who cares?
Yeah, but Zombieland's not that kind of movie.
Anyway, what I was getting at is that dude, Ned Schneebly, comes back as a zombie later. And you also, like, in the beginning of the movie,
does he come back as a zombie, or does he just get attacked by a
No,
zombie?
I'm almost
later
positive
on?
you see him again as a zombie. And
I
know,
just watched it
I know
today.
for sure the kid, when he's when he's giving the rules in the beginning of the movie, he talks about cardio. He says, like, fatties always get caught, and they show the dude get caught on the football field. That dude that gets caught is a zombie in the grocery store later.
Gotcha.
So there's, like, comic callbacks to
Yeah.
people. Oh, you know what? The Schneebly one. No, you're right.
He's in the
He's in
bathroom.
the beginning of the movie in the bathroom, and then we see him again at the gas station in a flashback. That's
So
what it is.
A huge part of this movie is Jesse Eisenberg, who's very much like way closer to us than we are to Woody Harrelson's character Tallahassee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though we are from Florida,
That's true.
We have
We
less
are
in
from
common
Florida.
with Tallahassee.
I mean,
we have more
Tallahassee's
in
nuts.
common.
He's a nuts. He's a nutso.
Communally, both of us have more in common with Jesse Eisenberg's character.
Sure.
He's very much a nerd, kind of shut-in character, kind of paranoid, doesn't go out very much.
Yep. I mean, I can relate to that.
But he's survived the zombie apocalypse by following his
rules,
rules. And up to this point, I think that we have 33 different rules. They don't go through all of them, but throughout the course of the movie,
And he amends one at the end.
yeah. But throughout the course of the movie, he shares his rules, and it's done for laughs. It's done like in a kind of a
It works
cool
really
way,
well.
like what
I
you're
love the
talking
way
about
they
with
put the rule up on the screen, and they time it well with like it's. I really like the way they do it,
Right.
Especially when they put up they'll put up double tap when he double taps something. Yeah, they do a good job of like using it comedically and visually.
Yeah, but but for instance, one of his rules is to limber up. It's like number 17
yeah.
is to limber up. Anytime he's
when
into
in
a
doubt,
dangerous,
stretch it out.
whenever he gets into a dangerous situation, he fucking waits outside for a little bit and
Yep.
starts warming up.
Yep.
And there's a point where before they go into a hostess truck, him and Woody Harrelson's character Tallahassee, they're about to go into a hostess truck because Tallahassee's looking for like
wants
one of
a
the
Twinkie.
last
He wants
Twinkies
a
on the
Twinkie.
world, like in the world. But before they invade this hostess truck, Jesse Eisenberg hangs back a little bit and he's like, "Hold on," and he starts fucking stretching and shit. And Woody Harrelson's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yo, I agree with that. When in doubt, stretch it out.
And then just like
Stretching's important.
10 minutes later, fucking Woody Harrelson's character Tallahassee starts going ham on a truck with a bat or something like that, and then he like pulls something.
Yeah.
And as they're walking away from the truck that he beat up, you can see like on the back of the truck it says like number 17 limber up.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
You
it's
know the
pretty clever
tragedy
stuff.
of that Twinkie scene or hostess truck scene?
What's that?
I don't know if you noticed, but when they do the shot as they're walking away from it, you can see in the other side of the truck, the door he didn't open.
Oh yeah.
There's a bunch of fucking Twinkies.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
I
like
didn't see that.
half the truck was full of Twinkies and he just didn't look hard enough.
That's funny.
So, yeah, the movie's introduced through the lens of Jesse Eisenberg's character Columbus, and he's like presented as someone who doesn't have any friends and didn't really get along with his family very well, and is just a loner, nerdy dude. And then, in a very funny scene, Amber Heard comes in and becomes a zombie in his apartment. I like that scene. That's a funny scene. And I like I get the same sense when Amber Heard shows up there that you get like when you watch Never Back Down, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, Amber Heard, that's her. And then he goes on the run and he meets Woody Harrelson, Tallahassee, and they spark like an unexpected friendship, and I really like that. It's really nice. They're like complete opposites as people. Woody Harrelson's completely psycho. He loves hitting things. One's a Twinkie. I love the way they do his sort of backstory when they make you think it's a dog.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was really
That's
sweet.
really good. But like the movie really gets going when we meet the rest of our little family, and it's when Emma Stone and Abigail Breslin trick them. Dude, like I don't know if you remember the first time you saw it, but like how quickly did you know they were getting tricked?
I don't think I figured it out until
Dude,
it actually happened.
fucking like they walked in the room and I was like, oh, they're done. She's got him.
Yeah.
She's gonna fuck them right now. Like I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I'll say this:
con artist.
fucking Emma Stone, like looking prime in this movie.
I love Emma Stone,
I'm
dude.
not super attracted to Emma Stone, but like her in this movie I'm very attracted to that. She's beautiful.
It's because you don't like
But-
red hair, and she doesn't have red hair in this movie.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Isn't she naturally a blonde?
You're like Voldemort. You hate your own people.
Isn't she naturally a blonde?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of weird. So this movie, fucking, it's tons of fun.
It's so fun.
It's weird like doing a spoiler episode on it, because there's not much to talk about. It's just
It's just a good time.
Yeah,
It's just a good time.
If you enjoy like slightly violent, but like if you enjoy Deadpool, which
You'll love this.
For the record, the dude that wrote this, both the guys that wrote this
they
actually wrote Deadpool.
Yeah.
Apparently this script was on the blacklist for a
Mm-hmm.
bit.
Yep.
Um,
Which, for those who don't know, the Blacklist is a list that comes out every year of screenplays that were not made into films but are like well liked screenplays, basically.
what didn't you like about it?
That Bill Murray died.
You didn't like that? You wanted Bill Murray to stick around through the whole thing?
I mean, I just want to see Bill Murray.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's
it's so
really
funny.
tragic.
It's so and it's like, but like on the other hand, like the way he dies is hysterical. Yes, it's tragic, but it's like in the tone of the movie. Like in real life, that would be awful if you murdered Bill Murray because you thought he was a zombie.
Here's the thing: that scene can be like played out for like horror and like be like really haunting.
Yeah,
It could,
like if you change the music and
you can depict that scene in a much different light. But because it's Bill Murray and because of the way that they deliver it and everything, like it's funny. Like Emma Stone's character is literally like laughing at the end of when it happens. Like they kill Bill Murray by accident. So it could have been easily tragic.
Why would you sneak up on someone with a shotgun?
That's why, like, I'm not a big fan of anybody that says, like, with writing that, like, in a comedy, like, nobody can really be in danger.
Who says that?
I've heard that before. Like the danger can't be real, and like, I think it's just more about the intention and about like recognizing how the audience is going to feel and manipulating that instead of
Yeah, I don't like that
never
at all.
actually putting weird characters in danger.
Thing.
Yeah,
that sounds like some Sith Lord shit.
mm-hmm. It's kind of silly.
Fucking absolutes, dude.
Kind of silly.
Get out of here. Yeah, that Bill Murray scene is so fucking funny. Yeah. It's so good. They go into Bill Murray's house and he's there pretending to be the way he just casually like talks about how he dressed like a zombie and goes golfing.
Yeah.
It fucking kills me. It's so funny. He's like, yeah, man, I just played 18 the other day. Like, it's just so ridiculous. And then there's like this dream moment where like they're just gonna live a really happy life hanging out with Bill Murray. And then he murders Bill Murray. It's so insane. Apparently he's gonna come back for the sequel.
Is he?
Yeah, apparently.
How?
He'll be a zombie.
As a zombie?
I would assume.
Can that... like they didn't address that in the Zombieland universe. Like if you're already dead, like
You're right. You're
become a
right
zombie?
because it's when you get bit, right?
Because there was no like.
I'm so used to
people coming
zombies.
out of
I'm
the-
so used to zombies being undead
right.
that you're
Game of
right.
Thrones and shit?
Yeah. Or like D&D, like
Right.
most zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's weird. If you die, can you come back as a zombie? I didn't even realize that.
Because then anybody who has died, right,
Yeah.
could eventually come back as a zombie by those rules.
Yeah, it's more like a disease in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure.
Regardless, there's
maybe
not a-
yeah, like they can do whatever they want though.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Sure.
thing. Yeah, they could be like Bill Murray didn't die, and I would believe it. It would just be ridiculous.
You just lived through a shotgun
yeah,
blast
I'd
to
be
the
like,
chest.
yeah, it's fucking Bill Murray. Of course he did. It's
Yeah.
funny. I'm trying to think like stuff I didn't like. I bought into the.
I have one major gripe.
Okay.
Gripe with the movie. It's that like for the most part, it's like kind of cheap. It's kind of a cheap movie. For one, not a lot of zombies in the movie. It was one thing that like after I watched it the first time.
I mean, the
and I had
finale has a
conversation-
fuck ton of zombies.
I mean, you think about it, they maybe have like 50 zombies. That's really like all you see. You never
Are
see
you
like
sure? There's like the whole parking lot full at one point.
Well, I think that's the trick that they play on you, though, right? Because like I remember watching it the first time, and then someone saying that to me, like, "Yeah, there's not actually a lot of zombies in Zombieland, but like they do a good enough job to where like you feel like there's more." And like especially leading up into that finale, like there's like at most like 5 zombies in one scene. You know what I mean?
I'm cool with that. I kind of like the sort of like the way that it's been established that there's a lifestyle now of living where you just occasionally you run into a zombie. I think that's kind of fun. That's kind of charming the way that works. It's not like The Walking Dead where you're constantly
There's hordes
of zombies around you.
I
think that's fun.
True, it's fine, but like in a zombie movie, like if you're not seeing a lot of zombies, that is a gripe that you can have, and it's only because of how cheap the movie is. And another big,
I mean, if anything, I would say that
that it adds to the character of the movie. Would you say?
Well, yeah, like the fact that they were able to overcome maybe a low budget or something to make you, it still feels like.
Oh, that's the thing. I kind of agree with you, right?
Yeah.
Because like the cheapness of like not seeing a lot of these zombies, and the other thing is probably like the poor CGI that's in this movie.
Was there like explosions
like
or something?
The first shot that you see in this movie, you see like fucking. Like really poorly composited fire on like the bottom, like on the undercarriage of an overturned car.
Yeah.
And like from the jump, I was like, oh, that's fake fire. And there's just a lot of like kind of CGI that's laughable, but it kind of adds to the character of the movie. It doesn't like completely take you out of it.
Which is
like if it were The Walking Dead, you'd be like, oh my god, that was really bad because it's so based in realism.
Yeah.
And like they like a lot.
I
of
never even noticed
what you're
anything.
seeing. A lot of what you're seeing like needs to be like practical effects, but like in this movie, like there's a lot of especially like when the zombies get hit by fucking theme park rides and shit like that, like that's when it's like the most glaring. It's like when they obviously aren't doing very practical effects.
Yeah, they're not doing like splatter and stuff like that. It's I'm trying to see if I can budget $23.6 million. I don't know, but that's that's pretty low for an action movie, right?
Yeah.
I mean, considering that like the highest tier, like Marvel movies and shit get hundreds of millions. Like it's insane.
Obviously. But it's not always about the budget of the movie either.
Yeah.
It's how it looks and how it feels, right? Like look up Ex Machina's budget right now. Because that's a movie that's like was probably made for way less
Ex Machina
than this movie.
Machina.
But because it's so reserved and like the only things that you're
15
seeing
million. So
15 million.
10 million less.
10 million less, but because like all of their money kind of went to very specific things, and like the CGI is just like way better.
That dope house was probably a big chunk of it. Wherever Oscar Isaac lives,
That wasn't CGI. That was like a hotel.
They bought the house and they still own it.
That was like a hotel in Sweden.
They're
or some
still
shit.
paying the mortgage on it.
I
would live in that house.
I would probably say is
I
my,
never
my
even
only
noticed it.
gripe.
I never even noticed it.
It was something that I noticed on the second time going through.
Well, I mean, the first time you watched it was probably closer to when it came out. And
Yeah,
I mean, it's
probably
kind of
wasn't as-
old. It's like 10 years old. Like That's another thing you have to realize. It's like CGI's come a long way since this movie came out. And I think lower budget movies are able to do better CGI now, like for sure.
Yeah.
That's so weird how like fast that technology has developed to the point where we can make movies like The Lion King or like the Planet of the Planet of the Apes movies where things look so realistic.
Right.
It's insane.
Yeah, and how, like, what is Lion King? Like, how are we going to view Lion King in, like, fucking 15, 20 years?
Yeah. Is that going to look bad? Are they going to... I think the future might be, like, VR shit. So instead of, like, that technology just keeps getting better, it starts being, like, like, you can stand in the movie and look around you and shit. That would be crazy. If you could just be, like, in the Pride Lands... Just like looking around.
I've been saying this for the longest time, dude. Like
cool,
the Matrix is the future.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
You're gonna be fucking be able to hack in. You're not gonna need some stupid fucking thing that you plug into the back of your neck or anything like that.
Are you sure?
Maybe at first, but then somebody's gonna be like, "No, that fucking hurts." And I feel like I'm getting butt fucked every time I stick that thing in the back of my neck.
You think there's gonna be some sort of hardware though that we'll need, like some kind of chip?
Maybe
something.
Maybe you put on a helmet. Maybe
like
you fucking
a helmet would be cool. Oh, like Ready Player One, you just put on some sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Things.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Or like they like fucking implant a chip into your brain.
See, I don't know if I want to be implanted with anything.
I mean, you say that now, but like fucking.
Well, I mean, for them, it'll be being implanted will be like us having a cell phone. It'll be the same, yeah. But like,
and then when we're like 65, 70, right, we're gonna be like all you kids.
What are these kids doing? Like, putting the chips in their brains?
Yeah,
rotting their brains like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hope I'm never that old person. You know what I mean?
We'll fucking see.
We'll okay, see. Sure. I want to be the old person that's like, put the chip in my brain.
It's just one of those things that like fucking like every, like if you go back to like fucking Socrates, there's like writings from Socrates saying about like him talking about how fucking the children of his age were just like drenched with luxury and like they didn't know what hard work meant and shit like that. And
it's always a thing. It's always a thing. Everyone who gets to their like to middle age, they like look down on the generation below them and they don't understand how things have changed. It's really weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know, dude. Maybe like we can break that. Just try to keep an open mind about things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Try to understand. But I feel like I already do it with some stuff. At what point
is that like?
Like I hear music or I see kids playing Fortnite and I'm like, what is the world? Right. What is this stuff people like?
You know, one thing I like
I'm a victim already.
Younger, like the. What is it? Zoomers,
I hear
the little Z
rap?
generation.
Yeah.
Like one thing I don't like about their generation that I find like everything is cringy. Everything is cringy.
What do you mean?
Like that everything. Like if it's an embarrassing performance, oh my god, this is so
they
cringy.
Call everything cringy.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
They're just very obsessed with cringe.
So I don't know like if my sisters are Zoomers or not.
Maybe.
They're like on the brink, I think, of between a millennial and a Zoomer or whatever.
Maybe.
I don't know what they are. But they're close. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I've ever heard them call things cringy. Mm-hmm. Your niece and nephew are Zoomers for sure, but they're like little kids.
For sure.
Shout out.
Yeah. Fucking speaking of Zoomers, Zombieland has some fast zombies. What's your take on the fast versus slow zombies?
Like
thing,
practically or theoretically, or
I mean,
like, do I have a taste
in film?
Like, do I prefer one?
I'm guessing you don't care.
No, I think it's an interesting choice actually. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're setting out, so it's weird, right? Zombieland, sure, it's a zombie movie, but it's not a zombie movie. It's just an action flick that uses zombies. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I feel like with that logic, you could explain away that a lot of zombie movies are not zombie movies.
The focus isn't the zombies, is what I'm getting at. Like, they don't care how the zombies happen. They don't care how the zombies happened. They don't care about like reversing the zombies. It's just a movie about survival. They could change the zombies for any other creature.
What I'm telling you is that there's plenty of zombie things, like zombie movies, zombie stories that are like that.
Oh, okay. I don't watch enough of them. I don't know. Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, when you're making a zombie thing, something with zombies in it, That's a choice you have to make. What rules of zombiedom do you follow? It's like that with lots of things. What kind of werewolf rules do you follow? What kind of vampire rules do you follow? It's like a cool mythological choice when you do one of these like these fantasy things. It's interesting.
But do you feel like there's like some kind of platonic ideal of what a zombie is? You know, just like of what a vampire is or what a werewolf is?
I think
like
vampires are the most fleshed out of all of them.
But because I think that there's a lot of people like Bobcat Goldthwait talks about this in one of his movies. He wrote and directed this movie called World's Greatest Dad, and Robin Williams is in the movie. And he's talking to this his neighbor, I think, about zombie movies, and he's like, how do you fast versus slow zombies? Like, how do you feel about them? And she's like, oh, I like the slow zombies. And he's like, yeah, like I don't like the fast zombies. Slow zombies are where it's at, because that's like kind of where it started. Like Romero zombies are slow.
I think the classic idea of zombies is that they're slow.
Yeah,
that's sort of when people think of classic zombies, they're like zombies are slow. But there's something really scary about fast zombies. Makes them more scary.
I completely agree. Like, and there's like a purist community out there about zombie movies that like have like no, like fucking zombies can only be slow.
That's dumb.
They can only be created in a certain way.
No.
And
no.
Fucking.
I don't need to hear that.
And
from you zombie purists out there, you fucking armchair
those
zombie
are the kind
boys.
Of people that say like 28 Days Later is not a zombie movie.
I cannot give you any input into that argument because I've never seen it.
Have I ever gone into my spiel about 28 Days Later?
Do it right now.
So you know who wrote 28 Days Later? Alex Garland, baby.
Oh, your boy.
Yeah, I just brought up Ex Machina, right? Ex Machina, written and directed by Alex Garland. Alex Garland wrote 28 Days Later, as well as Dread, the more recent Dread, not the Sly Stallone Dread.
Carl Urban Dread.
But yeah, he wrote 28 Days Later, and it was directed by Danny Boyle, who's a really talented director. I think he did fucking Slumdog Millionaire in 127 Hours, I believe.
James Bond? Am I right about that?
Danny Boyle?
Is he doing the new one, maybe?
Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, really talented director. But they made 28 Days Later, which is my favorite zombie movie. And a lot of people will argue that it's not a zombie movie because they're not zombies, they're rage monsters, technically. And like in an interview, somebody like who was that kind of person that was like the zombie like purist kind of person, like he was on a podcast and had Alex Garland on, and he was like, okay, we're gonna settle this right now. So do you think that 28 Days Later, tell the people out there, like, do you think that the 28 Days Later monsters are zombies? He's like, do you believe it's a zombie film? He's like, it's absolutely a zombie film. Alex Garland's like, what else would you call it? He was like, when I wrote that, like, it was base in that. It had all of those tropes. It had all of those elements of that genre. So yeah, I stick by it. It's a fucking zombie.
So it's an interesting argument, right? Because like if you look up the direct definition of something, that doesn't always match the argument.
Especially if it's something fictional, right?
So yeah, exactly. So like the definition of zombie, I just looked it up. It's a corpse said to be revived by witchcraft, especially in certain African and Caribbean religions. Mm-hmm. That's so specific.
Yeah.
It's also a drink. So if you want to drink a zombie. In popular fiction, a person or reanimated corpse that has been turned into a creature capable of movement, but not of rational thought, which feeds on human flesh. Does that fit 100 whatever movie you're talking about?
Wait, say it again. I want to say
a person or reanimated corpse that has been turned into a creature capable of movement, but not of rational thought, which feeds on human flesh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be undead to be a zombie.
I would agree with you.
You can be a rage monster.
I would agree with you.
Be a zombie. Because it's like a weird distinction in the argument. It's like if you play D&D, sometimes you'll hear arguments over rules as written versus rules as intended when you get into like the nitty gritty of gameplay and weird shit.
Gotcha.
So like sometimes what's more important is the spirit of the rule than the actual literal what you read literally meaning.
Because you don't want
rules as intended is more important.
You don't want anybody fucking James Hardening your D&D game.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You don't want that shit.
Yeah.
James Harden is very much a rules as written rule breaker.
Yeah.
Like he knows how to meander his way in and out of the rules based on the way they're written, but he does not follow them as intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much breaks the spirit of the game. Yeah.
So like zombies are basically like, as long as they're fucking brainless, they fucking, they warble around and they eat you. You're a zombie to me. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need.
Yeah. See, my thing is like, if you, and this might be too simplistic, but like, if you were in the 28, okay, if the monsters or whatever, right? These creatures, these fucking rage monsters that are attacking you, right? Were in real life, right? And they were fucking coming after you, right? And you had to run into a supermarket and fucking
tell everybody
yell
what's
everyone,
happening?
right? What are you gonna tell them?
Zombies.
You're not gonna say there's rage monsters.
Well,
coming
there's a rage monster chasing me.
No, you're like fucking zombies. We have to run.
If you're in a grocery store, I would say lock it down. You're in a good spot. Don't run.
Lock it down.
Lock it down. Shut all the shutters.
Lock it
Shut
down.
it down.
Shut
it down.
It's a new go reference.
Yeah, like a grocery store is a good place to be for that.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Now, it would probably be a good thing to actually like so that people would believe you. Be like tornado.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that people would lock the doors and shit.
And then they lock the doors and you're like, I lied, it's zombies.
Like, bitch.
I just needed you to believe me. I needed action, not questions.
Yeah. But I think like what we're talking about, like with like what at what point does a zombie not become a zombie anymore is like kind of one of the reasons why a lot of people hate Twilight.
Ooh, because are they vampires?
Like obviously because like
they're vampires. Like I joke around and call them sparkle fairies because it's silly, but
Yeah.
they're vampires, and they're werewolves, and they fit the tropes and the check boxes required to be those things. Just because they don't fit the traditional idea of what they are doesn't mean that they aren't vampires. Not every vampire is going to be Dracula.
But like, at what point does it stop becoming a vampire? Do you think?
When they don't get batshit.
What?
Like if you got bit by a hummingbird, and you could turn into a hummingbird, and then you craved nectar, you're not a vampire anymore.
So the Twilight vampires can't turn into a bat.
They don't have to turn into a bat.
Okay.
How do they become a vampire? They get bit by a vampire?
They get
How'd
bit
the
by a
first vampire become a vampire? Do they know?
I don't think they really talked about that.
I mean, as long as you like pass it
They
by
talk about
biting.
they talk about like the Volturi Coven, and they're super old. But I don't think they ever talk about like
Dude,
like
give me your
Dracula
fucking, give me your Twilight deep cuts, dude. Tell me, give me that knowledge.
I got
dog.
some in there. I got some in there.
I don't know
but like
shit about
for the
Twilight.
most part. But I mean, okay, so this is Twilight vampires, right? So like when they go out into the sun, they can physically, but the problem is that that they sparkle, right? So that's the biggest difference. Like they don't die when they go out into the sun.
Okay.
Right. That and they also have superpowers.
They do have superpowers, but like vampires, it's fine.
They're
really strong
Like
and shit.
normally, they have like specific super. Like they're stronger. Like they can transform
have
into
in
a bat.
Twilight?
They have specific powers to them, right? So like each individual has a different kind of superpower.
What does Robert Pattinson have?
Robert Pattinson? Fuck. I can't
Edward,
think of-
right? Edward.
I can't think of it. So his sister Alice can read minds.
Oh, I was gonna
I'm
guess
pretty
that
sure
that was
his
one of them.
brother can. I'm pretty sure his brother's like super strong, and when
All of them,
Bella,
I would think, are strong.
when fucking Kristen Stewart turns into a vampire, she can like extend a force field around her, kind of
the
like
Invisible Woman?
Yeah, yeah.
What's
Is it-
what can her baby do?
What
Didn't that
can
baby
her
have some weird shit happen to it? Like
What can
it
her
grew up
baby-
really fast or something?
I know. Yeah, because it's
It's a vampire baby.
it's a half human, half vampire baby. Because she was
A manpire?
a human. She was a human,
Yeah.
right? And then he got her pregnant.
That seems questionable to me. That's a questionable decision. How can a vampire?
I think
get
they were
somebody
breaking new
pregnant?
ground when it happened because like Edward, like she wanted to fuck him.
Yeah.
While she was still a human.
And he was like Superman style. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he had to like fucking Hulk through it.
Yeah. It's my
Right?
secret.
Fucking
I'm
like
always
breaking the
horny.
headboard and shit because he couldn't all out gorilla fucker, right?
Okay.
Couldn't
go full vampire.
No, but he so he came in her, and then she
It's elegant.
got pregnant with his vampire baby as she was
manpire.
human, and like the entire time the family was like, "Yo, we have to like this is gonna kill you," right? Because she's got like a vampire baby.
So birthing a vampire baby is worse than
Well,
a
because
normal
it's
baby?
like, it's fucking strong and shit, and it's
Okay,
like fucking
okay.
beating her up from the
So
inside.
then
she's all
they
bruised up.
turned her into a vampire?
So no, I think what happened was she was like, no, I want to have this kid natural. How natural?
I'm not sure how.
I want to fucking organic. She was like Gwyneth Paltrow. She's just fucking
Goop it up?
let's goop it up. No vaccinations, baby. Let's do it. And yeah, she just fucking had it natural. And I think they turned her into a vampire like at the last possible second or some shit like that. And yeah, and I'm pretty sure the baby had was like a super booster kind of superpower. You know, like the baby made everyone around her stronger. I think that was the thing.
It's kind of cool.
There was some really cool shit in Twilight, dude.
I didn't know that they had superpowers. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, there's a fucking elemental fucking
Like fire and
Yeah.
water and some Avatar shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like. Do they bite you to turn you into their thing?
Yeah.
Seems reasonable to me. I'm not stressing. Do they bite you and then you become like some sort of immortal being? It's basically
you're immortal.
that's basically a vampire. Like, if you turn into a wolf, then you're a werewolf. Like, do they bite you for that? All right, cool. You're a werewolf. I didn't know that. That's kind of weird.
It's a little strange. I might be a little fuzzy on the details there.
Superpower vampires.
Might be a little fuzzy on the details
Super
there,
vamps.
but I'm pretty sure.
What's your favorite zombie thing?
28 Days Later.
Oh, okay. What if you had to say that it wasn't a zombie then? Then what would your choice be?
It was a completely different zombie movie.
Like you had to concede 28 Days Later is not a zombie movie, so you had to take your number 2.
But if 28 Days Later is not a zombie movie, then we
This
would
isn't
have to
a
go.
zombie movie.
Then Zombieland probably not a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's called Zombieland.
So you'd have to go with some like old school kind of like Romero-esque
Yeah,
shit.
probably.
I'm trying to remember all of the details of Serpent and the Rainbow. It's a fucking really dope
I don't know
ass
what that
movie.
is.
It's like there's a lot of like it's like set in the Caribbean and a lot of voodoo and shit like that and like
Serpent and the Rainbow?
I forgot who the fucking
It's a
main
cool
actor
title.
is. Yeah, it's a really cool title. But I don't think there was any actually any zombies in that. I mean I've seen oh god damn it the original fucking Night of the Living Dead.
Yo, it says an
That's
anthropologist goes to Haiti after hearing rumors of a drug test used by black magic practitioners to turn people into zombies.
Yeah.
That's like all the classic zombie checkpoints right there.
Yeah, but it's not like
Bill
it's
Pullman,
not as
is that who you're trying to
overt
remember?
as you might think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie though. I really enjoyed it. Really fucking terrifying scene.
Yeah.
Dude gets buried alive.
That dude, you asked me what movies? Buried. Buried scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Buried scared the fucking shit out of me.
Buried's
Ryan Reynolds
I don't
movie?
care what you say.
Yo,
Buried's a fucking good movie.
Buried fucked me up.
Yeah.
Because I'm claustrophobic,
Oh yeah.
so I was like, not about
Dog.
that shit.
Yo, you want to fucking make the scariest movie ever for you, dog?
Don't say.
Check it out.
You're
check
gonna
it out.
put me in a thing and then drop it in the water?
This is what happens, right? So like this is how I would give you a fucking straight up nightmare, right? So fucking I put you in a fucking casket, right? And then that casket is in like a bigger box that's filled with dirt, right? And then I throw that fucking box into the ocean. Right, so but it's like there's enough oxygen and shit in there, so that like when you break out of the box, you're in the middle of the fucking ocean, like down deep, and you have to fucking work your way.
What makes you think that I would break out of that box?
As soon as you realize that you're in the ocean,
Just fucking die.
you'll just fucking die in there.
Fucking die. I'll just give up.
No way.
I give
No
up,
way.
dude. Fucking surrender. Do I get any tools? Because like Ryan Reynolds had like a couple things in that movie, right?
He had a phone.
Yeah.
He had like matches. I want to
He
say.
had matches.
A snake.
He ended up with a snake.
Yeah, he had like a knife or something like that.
I think he had a knife. He had something.
Yeah.
I'd be fucked.
Sudoku.
If I got, dude, that's what I would do. You give me Sudoku, I just Sudoku till I died. I'd fucking die happy. Fucking my brain's engaged. I can't breathe. It's fine. With the bottom of the ocean in a casket. Zombieland's really good.
Yeah, fucking. I think about 15% of this episode we talked about.
Listen,
Zombieland.
Zombieland is like, it's a very simple, like the story is very simple. It's, you know what I mean? It's crafted very seamlessly. One thing leads to another very seamlessly. It's very funny. It's a lot of fun. The characters shine through. The actors' performances do a great job. It's just a good fucking movie. It's a really enjoyable movie. It's a good way to spend an hour and a half.
You know what's like kind of a funny part of the movie? Like fucking when Woody Harrelson's character Tallahassee meets Bill Murray for the first time,
He freaks the fuck out.
And he's like, I love all your movies.
Yeah.
He's like, Bill fucking Murray.
Yeah.
Right? And like he's like, I've seen all of your movies 1,000 times or whatever. And it's like I was like, wait, so has he seen Kingpin?
Yeah, and
Also
he's
starring
that's in the
Woody
trivia
Harrelson?
on IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like the chemistry between Jesse Eisenberg and Emma Stone? Down with it? You
Yeah.
buy into it? Me
Yeah.
too. I buy into it. I like that scene a lot when they're drinking the wine. It's a good scene.
Yeah.
And then Woody
Talking
Harrelson
about Scotty Lynch.
cock blocks him.
Yeah.
He rolls in and ruins the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the way that the new trailer pitches them all as fucking Academy Award nominees.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. That's a good bit. Because they are. And Emma's a winner. They're all really good actors. I don't know how much else Abigail Breslin has done. Like, I feel like she hasn't done anything in a while. You know what I mean? I mean, I can look and find out. I can literally look.
Feel free.
Because I remember her when she was like a child actor. She could, like, if we were
like
making,
she's
if
still
we
a
were
child
making
actor.
this podcast,
Like, if you were
back
like,
then-
how old is Abigail Breslin?
dude, she's
I'm
as
like,
old as my brother Ian.
I'm like, she's at
like
most-
23. She's like 23
she's
years
at most
old.
9 years old.
She's like 23, dude.
She's at
She's
most
a
9
fucking
years old.
adult. Little Miss Sunshine's what she got Oscar nom for.
She is not a day older than 12.
She hasn't been in anything since 2017. And even like she was in a Dirty Dancing TV movie. Not even the Miles Teller. Oh, that was Footloose. Was that good?
Yeah, it was very much like a. It was very close. to
I remember
like a
thinking
shot-for-shot
Miles Teller
remake.
was really funny in that movie.
Mm-hmm. It is very close to the original Footloose. There's just like some hip hop and like
Yeah.
inserted.
Who
into
was
it.
the lead?
Who was the lead?
Was Julianne Hough in it?
Yeah, Julian Huff was the love interest, and then the main dude was like a dancer.
Footloose. No, not Kevin Bacon Footloose. Kenny Wormold. Yep. That's right. And Dennis Quaid was the dude who was like, no dancing. Footloose is a weird movie.
Why is that?
It's just like, I get like, it's like, it's so out of our time, the idea that people would be like mad about dancing. It's just such a ridiculous foreign idea to me. Cause like now, like 9-year-olds fucking grind on each other and it's cool. You know what I mean? It's fine. But like back in the 50s or whatever, it's probably not that. It takes place in the 50s, I think, right? Or something like that. Anyway, back in the day.
I think when that movie was made, it was set like in current times. I don't think it was set.
That was set in the 80s? No way. I don't believe that. What town in the 80s was like that?
Fucking Bible
Get these
Belt, dude.
Fucking people out of here.
Somewhere in the Bible Belt.
God, I think you're right. I think you're fucking right. Get these people out of here, dude. Let the people dance. Kevin Bacon's a good dancer. Let him dance.
Just kick off your Sunday shoes.
Come on, Footloose. 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 All right, we're good. See Zombieland. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. I forgot to look what next week was.
Oh no. Let me keep talking and entertaining our viewers while you look
Ooh,
at
it's a good one.
the calendar real quick.
It's a good one. Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh shit, I'm excited for that.
I'm super excited. It looks like it's going to be real good.
Yo, can we double up and see Rain Man as well? Rain Man's on Netflix.
You just want to do a double episode?
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I mean, what do they have in common? Why would you do that?
Huh?
Huh?
It'd be cool.
If you want.
Although, I mean, the kid in Peanut Butter Falcon has Down syndrome.
Mhm.
Rain Man's about autism, so it's not the same thing. But
Nope.
still be cool.
Yeah, it could be. Anyway, come back next week for that. Maybe we'll be more on topic. Maybe not. Who knows? Hit up the poll for our anime spoiler episode this month. There's a big lead in that poll right now. Cowboy Bebop is doing its work. So
Really?
any of you Neon Genesis Evangelion fans out there,
Evangelists, Neon Genesis Evangelists.
the NGEs, no, that's that. Don't
Yeah,
do
you
that.
can't,
No,
yeah.
I didn't really. No, that's a
You know
little.
what? You just don't like. Don't just say the just like say the, the full.
Neon Genesis
No,
Evangelion.
not the full, but like with just the
No,
letters.
I am
But
not- I am
don't
not
say it
gonna-
letter by letter.
I
Like
am
make it into a
not
new word.
gonna do that. No, I will not do that. I will not let you record me doing that. Yeah. So vote on that poll, and I'm not gonna say that. Send us questions for Q&A video at the end of the month. That's gonna be fun. Find chrismichaelstott.com. Read his scripts. Chris Michael Stott on Instagram. Find me, Davinwell25, Twitter and Instagram. Find the show, along with, as former mentioned, polls and places to send questions on Facebook, on YouTube, on all podcasting platforms. The Chris and Kyle Show. tcaks Pod on Twitter. The Chris and Kyle Show on Instagram. Hit up all the places. Like, share, rate, review, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. We will be back next week. We're looking forward to it. We out.
We out. Stay weird.